Hey guys, very good morning. Today we are going to discuss Philippians book. Introduction. Author, date and place of writing. The early church was unanimous in its testimony that Philippians was written by the Apostle Paul. Internally, the letter reveals the stamp of genuineness. The many personal references of the author fit what we know of Paul from other New Testament books. It is evident that Paul wrote the letter from prison. When you look at chapter 1 verse 13 to 14, some have argued that this imprisonment took place in Ephesus, perhaps in AD 53 and 55. Others put it in Caesarea, AD 57-59. The best evidence, however, favors Rome as the place of origin and the date as AD 61. This fits well with the account of Paul's house arrest in Acts chapter 28 verse 14 to 31. When he wrote Philippians, he was not in the Mamertine dungeon as he was when he wrote 2 Timothy. He was in his own rented house, where for 2 years he was free to impart the gospel to all who came to him. Purpose. Paul's primary purpose in writing this letter was to thank the Philippians for the gift they had sent him upon learning of his detention at Rome. However, he makes use of this occasion to fulfill several other desires. The first one is to report on his own circumstances, and the second one to encourage the Philippians to stand firm in the face of persecution and rejoice regardless of circumstances. The third point is to exhort them to humility and unity. And the fourth point, to commend Timothy and others to the Philippian church. Fifth point, to warn the Philippians against the Judaizers, legalists and antinomians, libertines among them. Recipients. The city of Philip was named after King Philip II of Macedon, father of Alexander the Great. It was a prosperous Roman colony, which means that the citizens of Philippi were also citizens of the city of Rome itself. They prided themselves on being Romans. When you look at Acts chapter 16 verse 21, we will see, dressed like Romans and often spoke Latin. No doubt this was the background of Paul's reference to the believers' heavenly citizenship. Many of the Philippians were retired military men who had been given land in the vicinity and who in turn served as a military presence in this frontier city. The Philippi was a Roman colony may explain why there were not enough Jews there to permit the establishment of a synagogue and why Paul does not quote the Old Testament in the Philippian letter. Characteristics. The first one is Philippians contains no Old Testament quotations, and second one is it is a missionary thank you letter in which the missionary reports on the progress of his work. And the third one is it manifests a particular vigorous type of Christian living. First one is self-humbling, and second one is pressing towards the goal, and third one is lack of anxiety, and fourth one is ability to do all things. The fourth one, it is outstanding as the New Testament letter of joy. The word joy in its various forms occurs some like 16 times. Fifth one, it contains one of the most profound Christological passages in the New Testament. When you look at chapter 2 verse 5 to 11, yet profound as it is, Paul includes it mainly for illustrative purpose. We have total 4 chapters. Outline is first chapter we can see greetings, thanksgiving and pray for the Philippians, Paul's personal circumstances and exhortations, living a life worthy of the gospel, And the second chapter we can see following the servant attitude of Christ and Paul's associate in the gospel, and second Timothy and others. The third chapter and fourth, warnings against Judaizers and antinomians. Under that we can discuss against Judaizers or legalites and against antinomians or libertines. Chapter 4 we can see final exhortation, thanks and conclusion. Under that we can discuss exhortations concerning various aspects of the Christian life, and concluding testimony and repeated thanks, and final greetings and benediction. These 4 chapters we are going to discuss in our regular Bible study in coming days. God bless you. Thank you.